2 sips in. There's a difference.
Get this party started. Do we know what we're talking about?
Get this party started. I am Carrie Goolsby.
And I'm Patrick Smith.
And for the first time in over a month, we are seeing each other.
Yeah,
I am in Patrick's home again.
We are. We're together. And I hopefully that the sound quality will be better than the last couple podcasts, because we were trying to do that. I keep hitting the tip. We're trying to social distance and podcast from each other's, from
our own homes, our own spaces.
And
but
that just didn't, the sound quality just
it didn't work
there.
well. So I'm glad we get to be together. We do officially kind of have this stay at home lifted a little bit in Oregon.
We do, but I'm so done with it. Everybody is.
Which sucks because it means, we're probably going to have a lot more cases come up because everyone's being more lax.
Survival of the fittest,
Oh, what if we're not the fittest?
Oh, I can tell you I'm not. I'm a goner.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
This may be our last podcast.
This may be it, guys. Enjoy it.
I'm good for 2 weeks.
I actually thought about that, and not about being our last podcast. I think about that every time I'm with you. But
I can't wait to hear what you thought about.
No, if you and I were to be taken out by this, we have this podcast that our family could listen to.
That's true. They have memories of us.
We are giving you guys such a gift.
This is a blessing.
A gift of our obnoxious selves.
However, it is our true selves.
Yes, it is. But how better to remember us? No, I honestly thought about that. But I know we've both kind of been stressing the F out lately.
I have been, certainly, without a doubt.
I know. Yeah. And today I was extra stressed out because I have no fucking clue where my wallet is.
Yeah, well, that is something stressful because you have no idea where your wallet is.
I left my house. I was going to stop at the store before I came here because I actually did find a drink recipe for us too inside. So Patrick likes to message me and I'll ask, do we need anything, any food, any drinks? What do we need? And frequently it's, oh no, I got it all. I've got mixer. I've got this and that. And then I come over and he has nothing but a huge bottle of vodka.
Well, mixer just takes up space in the glass.
So I was going to stop at the store and actually get stuff.
Okay, that is a true story. However, I'm typically confident that we are stocked up on things. So we definitely are always stocked up on food.
Confidence and accuracy are not the same thing.
It doesn't matter. It is in Trump's world.
Exactly. Have we learned nothing? Oh my gosh. No, but so I walked out the door and I went, oh wait, I didn't grab my wallet from my bag. Yeah. And my wallet's not in my bag. And I because of the world we're living in right now, I'm not going places. I'm not doing anything. So I don't use my wallet anymore.
It could be at work.
Everything's closed at work.
Somebody could have stolen it, taken it out of your bag.
It's not, no, there's been no fraudulent, nothing's happened.
Right.
I remember last weekend I did go to New Seasons. Mm-hmm. So I know I paid for the food that I bought. Right. I didn't steal it this time. So I think that's the last memory I have of actually using my card. So I looked
this is what you get for actually
everywhere.
Being an honest citizen and paying for your groceries.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
lesson learned.
Shoplifted again. And
lesson learned.
Would have still had your wallet.
Seriously.
So
cards
what
are
the
easy.
Options?
Cards are easy to replace, right?
Yeah,
and actually I use Wells Fargo.
But a driver's license is a pain in the
ass. That's what's going to piss me off, having to go back.
Because now they have in Oregon the new hologram.
I get to be a hologram?
You kind of do.
Cool.
So
this could be a blessing in disguise.
Okay, so this is going to take some explaining.
Oh, dear God. Do you guys have a drink? Because you might want to pause it.
You may want to go ahead and
pee.
Refresh. No, I'll try and make it short. So 2 driver's licenses ago, I loved my driver's license photo. However, the reason it takes some explaining is I just did the math and realized 2 driver's licenses ago was probably
when you were in your 20s.
So,
It's crazy. crazy. Back when I was 32, I looked so good.
Oh, no. Because prior to that, when I was younger, I never had a good driver's license. Who
Don't
does?
smile. You
Nobody
don't smile.
does.
That's what I learned. You don't smile.
Right.
You look kind of stern and like,
Yeah.
what the
I
fuck
should
you
have
want?
thrown my shoulder back
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. You kind
I'm
of, you
picking
look
up
stern.
that.
You look
Yeah.
stern. You don't never try to smile.
I'm going to go in for a redo because I'm telling you, my current driver's license photo, I look at least 124 years old. I mean, I look hideous.
You're getting kind of old.
I just took a pen and drew and highlighted my features to make it better.
Oh my gosh, but no, that really ticked me off. But this leads to another funny story.
Do tell.
I know you personally hate using these things, but I thought,
things?
hold on, I'm getting there.
Oh.
I'm storytelling. I'm leading you up, so you ask, what things? Now you made me forget. See?
Oh, you know what? I do that to people all the time.
Yeah, interrupt.
I interrupt.
You interrupt.
Because it should be about me and my conversation, not about you.
So I was going to get mix for us.
Yes.
And I thought, well, I can just, everything I do is online where cards are saved. So that's why
right.
I haven't used my card for so long.
Right.
So I thought I'll just do GoPuff. Do you know what GoPuff is? So it's kind of like GoPuff has, I think, their own warehouse of goodies.
Yeah.
And you can order from them and they just deliver it to you.
Bring me some goodies.
Yeah, so it's not like they go to the store for you. They have a warehouse of stuff.
Oh.
So I'm on while I was waiting for the train over here, I pulled up the app.
Yes.
And the drink I wanted to make for us,
Yes.
seeing how this is our first time back in so long.
Wow.
And I know you always have vodka.
Yes.
I was going to get some champagne, ginger beer, and lime.
Okay, I'm so happy you did because I hate champagne.
Fuck you.
No, I really do. The reason being is I get a headache every single time.
You give me a headache every single time, but I still come.
So, I don't know how to roll with that. So, however, I can't deal with champagne.
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of
That's why we're moving to Italy, not France.
Same with wine for some people.
By
But
the way, I get emails about every other day from that Italian.
did they lower the price? Did they lower the price?
No.
I got us a pool boy.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
You have one?
I do.
Oh, God.
Jared said he'd come visit, and I said, well, you have to be the pool boy without your top.
Yeah, but
He's like, okay.
Jared's straight.
So am I.
I'm not.
You're married.
Who cares?
This is a perfect lead in to my GoPuff story that I still haven't
I'm
finished.
kidding. What's so funny is that everyone just, for whatever reason, assumes that gay couples
aren't horny as hell and fuck everything?
Right. It is like, no.
No, they do.
No. Mark and I have been together, 22 years next month? And we are a monogamous couple. We just don't.
So why do you care if it's a straight pool boy?
Well, because a little bit on the side wouldn't be bad, but no.
But we don't do that. But if it happens. But we don't
I'm
do
just
that.
saying,
But
when in Rome.
It's Sicily, but okay.
Okay, same string, different yo-yo.
All right. Don't tell Sicilians that. I almost called
I
them
know.
Sicilians. I really had to work that one.
Oh my God, can't anybody tell we're more than 2 sips in?
We had some audio problems. It took us forever to figure
it out. It took a long time for us to get this
figured
out.
We're out of whack. We're out of routine.
And we haven't seen each other in a while.
So we're weird.
Yeah.
We're a little weird. We apologize. But, so on GoPuff,
yes,
I found the champagne, added it to cart. I was looking for ginger beer, which they have ginger ale.
Right.
So I took out the word beer and just searched for ginger, see what kind of ginger products they have.
Yeah.
And on the list of air quote ginger products was a evolved fingerific vibrating clitoral stimulator.
Why is it come up on the ginger products? Do only redheads use it?
And why is GoPuff having a bunch of vibrators in there? What?
Well,
That just seems like a really strange. And are you going to order your vibrator from some warehouse that delivers it to your house?
Oh no, but
Like,
I
that
will
is
tell
the
you that
strangest thing ever.
I can't remember who told me this story, but they had purchased at a local adult bookstore back in the day when there were those things, a vibrator for their mom for Mother's Day or something.
What?
And when they took it out of the thing, it had a pube on it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so it had been used, returned, and they never...
But you know, that's got to be a fetish.
It's got to be.
It's got to be a fetish that, like, someone's going to deliver you a vibrator.
Well, everything's a fetish, it
That's
seems
true,
like.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Well, that was a good story.
And isn't that weird?
Well, it's weird, but yes.
I don't know.
Because
and I've had them call me before when I've placed an order saying, you know, by the way, we're out of blah, blah, blah. Can you imagine getting a phone call? Yeah, the Jackrabbit bunny is actually out. I've got an otter here.
You're going to have to finger bang yourself tonight, woman.
Is the seal okay? I've got the clapping seal.
We do have some English cucumbers if that interests you.
And they're AAAs, all gone.
And they won't make you burp.
Well, if you do it wrong.
No burping, no queefing.
Oh my gosh. So
Why has it been so long since we've seen each other?
I know.
Oh, what's happening?
I know. Why did it come from that way? I think
don't
your
know.
son just said dad, but it sounded like it came from over there. Hello?
It could be. It could be anything.
Oh my gosh. So what have you been up to other than work? Like, do you have any outside activities that you're trying to, like?
No, not at all.
You're not working on the house or
constantly.
Really?
This whole thing is killing my business, which I think is actually a little bit ironic, since if you go back to our first podcast when we were first under house arrest.
Well, that was for something else. That was something different.
This will be over in a couple weeks, and we'll be back to normal.
Did we think that? Did we ever think that? Really? God, were we stupid?
At that time, that's what we were being told. It's like, just everybody's like self-isolate for 2 weeks, and we can have this like that.
Yeah.
And I think if people had really stuck to
Truly
the plan,
not left their house,
that it probably, because look at New Zealand. So it took them 49 days to completely eradicate the virus from their island.
And that's a small location.
It's small, but there's
compared
a lot of
to us.
there.
Compared to us,
compared
you know
to
what I
us,
mean?
absolutely.
Like, that's the other thing to keep in mind. We're a huge country with millions of billions of people.
However,
we're not Italy or
well, we don't have billions
Spain.
of people. We have about 330 million.
Okay, sounds good.
Compared to China, that has
I
about
don't do numbers.
2 billion people, and yet we have more cases than any, by far, hands down, than any country in the world. Why? Because we had no leadership to deal with it.
No, we didn't jump on it.
No.
It's interesting. I actually, one of my really good friends who I think listens to us, Alicia, do you listen to us? Down in California.
Yes.
She... Wow, you sounded just like her. I don't know how you did that. No, she's actually the one who got me the show in New York when I went to New York for my art show.
Right.
She was my contact in New York, and she now is back. She's from California, so she's back down in a small town in California, Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah, that's a small town.
Yeah, she's in Bakersfield or outside Bakersfield. She's from there. Anyway. Point being, she's kind of turning conservative sounding on socials.
Yeah, well, Bakersfield is very conservative.
Well,
so when you're
I
surrounded by,
you
kind of, a lot of people
it's
will just
easier to
melt into their
conform
surroundings.
than,
Because they don't want to be the odd man out. They don't
Totally.
want to. There are people literally are afraid to express their opinions if it's a conflicting opinion to the majority of the people with whom they're surrounded. I mean, it's come to that.
I also think it has a lot to do with what's important where.
Yeah.
Like, what's important in a small city isn't the same as what's important in a large city, you know?
Yeah. So when I say Bakersfield is small, I mean by California standards.
Right.
I don't mean by the rest of the
she always
standards.
said it was a podunk redneck ass
It
backwards
is,
town.
but there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Bakersfield were in Oregon, it'd probably be like the second largest city in Oregon.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, so I just sent her a message instead of like blasting her on socials or like fighting her. And, I sent her a message like, hey, everything, how you doing? And so, we did kind of debate, slightly heated, but, in the end, we're good friends.
Right.
So it was like...
Well, that's how it should be.
Right. And I was like, this... Bottom line is we're all just afraid of something. Afraid of dying or afraid of not being able to support ourselves. Everyone's just afraid right now. And if we all just admit that and, come together, we could help each other out.
Yeah. I don't know how everything in this country, it doesn't matter what it is, but everything in this country is political. It is just...
Or you have to pick a side.
You have to. It's like, why?
And then you can't talk to the other side.
Right.
Or you can...
I know.
Yeah, it's just very, black and white. You're either with us or against us.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I thought we weren't going to talk about this whole
That was the last
COVID
podcast,
thing.
I think. And we did a horrible.
Okay.
We did a horrible in not talking about it last time.
How can you not talk about it, though?
I know, it's the elephant.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll be so happy when we have something happy to talk about, because for 4 years we've had nothing but misery to talk about.
Kind of. Except that one Tinder profile.
Yeah, that was
a
pretty
good one.
good.
That was a good one.
One with the one arm.
One arm, yeah. She gives us joy to this day.
Yeah, she really
I can't remember her name.
One arm joy.
Candace Mary. What was her name? Do you remember?
I don't know. You're doing a good job so far, because I would never remember. So it's like, oh yeah, her.
I just made up names.
Candace Mary. I think it was Natalie.
Natalie?
I don't
Rachel?
know.
I don't know. Anyway, you have to find the happy, and I think that's the big key. You have to find enjoyable. Have you been watching Some Good News?
I tried
with John Krasinski.
Oh yes, so
love it.
I watched the very first episode, and then I forgot to watch anything after that. So.
Pretty sure I tear up almost at every single one.
Oh really?
Just because he always ends with some sappy thing that he does for people, whether it be he threw a prom. Yeah. For Zoom, I assume they use Zoom or something like that, like zoomed in everyone, including some famous people to sing through it. It's just, he does a lot of cute things like that. Well, so God bless him.
And I did really enjoy the one episode I watched, and I completely forgot about it after that. I will say, however, so I think what we're going to see, because all the studios have been shut down now.
Right, yeah.
So...
Friends and I were just talking about that.
Yeah, they're not making fresh programming for TV. They're not making new movies. I am guessing that they're going to go back and all those movies they made and all those TV shows they made that they did not get actually released.
They canceled before.
We're going to get
a bunch of oldies.
Shit, man.
Well, I think they canceled a bunch of releases,
and
though.
I think with a bunch of crap out there, that there might be a little hidden nugget here and there that people will latch on to.
A Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, well, no.
Wizard of Oz wasn't big when it came out.
It wasn't?
I don't think so, right? Oh. Isn't it? There was 39, Gone with the Wind, Wizard of Oz, and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington all came out. There were huge movies that all came out at once.
Oh,
so
really?
a lot of them got kind of sidelined until I'm pretty sure that was one. I could be crazy.
Well, interesting. Well, you could be. But...
I could be making shit up.
Oh, I do it all the time. You know that.
Yeah, well, see, back in 38... could
so
totally
true.
be. No, I agree. And they canceled all of the releases that happened they were supposed to have red carpet affairs right when this all happened. Oh, yeah. They canceled all those. So we should have some openings.
I hate all that shit. I hate the award shows. They're just gratuitous bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's just pompous.
Right. And I'm sorry, but celebrities don't need any more adulation.
There's so much behind the scenes that deserves a lot of credit. That
a lot of that. Any reality programming that involves celebrities, I'm out. Like The Masked Singer.
Oh dear God!
Fuck, I hate that show. Oh my God,
it.
I hate that show.
Have you actually watched it?
Oh yeah, God yes. And it is horrid.
Really?
That is. Oh my God! It just I cannot stand that show. And there's somebody in this household who watches it. And so I'm not going to name names.
Is it male or female?
Mel.
That was a joke. There's only boys in the house.
But he's a big old girl. And every time he'll turn that thing on, and I'm out. And I think he turns it on just because he knows I'll leave the room.
Right. He doesn't actually like it either.
He hates that goddamn show.
Does it have it on the background? Patrick's gone. Love it. Love it. No.
Oh my God, you lush.
That second one went down.
That went down easier than the first one, didn't it? There,
well,
you little
I was
lush.
concentrating too hard on working there.
Oh,
in that first one.
I know. You're a thirsty girl.
I am. More ways than one.
More ways than one. But so I have been watching a lot of things that I would not have watched.
If you hear the squeaking in the background, the dog is chewing on a squeaky toy. I could just only imagine in the background they're going to hear.
He got like 3 or 4 new toys in the mail yesterday, and
they're gone.
Within about 20 minutes, he had the squeakers ripped out of all except that one, apparently.
Yeah, I just heard a little wiki.
Well, one of them had like 4 squeakers. It's like the
bonus toys.
The squeakers never end.
They knew. They knew the dogs rip them out.
So anyway,
you're watching a lot of weird shit.
Like 90 Day Fiance, which is a.
Oh my God.
Do you know what the premise of that show?
I kind of do. And I've seen clips.
So where Americans
isn't that where the guy with no neck?
No. What? Wait, I said no. I was like, wait, what?
There's a guy with like no neck who like, what's his name? I want to say his name is Joe, but I think that's the tiger guy.
I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead with 90 Day Fiance. I must be wrong.
I don't know. Well, it's where Americans do get engaged to people who live
in
overseas,
other countries, right.
And then they once that person comes to the U.S., they have 90 days to get married, according to the stipulations of. I'm going to sneeze. According to.
I wasn't sure if you were going to seize or sneeze.
Well, I almost did both.
Ed. This is who I'm talking about, but
I don't know who Ed is.
So Ed is a very interesting, weird little person. And oddly enough, I've seen kind of the end, like how, at least, it may not be the end, but she basically tells him off and leaves. And the woman. Oh. Like the woman who's trying to get out of her third world country is like, no, I'm good here. Bye.
Oh. That's all.
Yeah. Awesome. Anyway.
So I've seen that. Oh, there's a show called Cooked, and that is where.
Is that with a T or a D?
D. Cooked. But I wanted to emphasize the ED.
Edited.
Not a erectile dysfunction. I wanted. However, the premise of it's a food cooking show on the Food Network.
Get out.
And they cook with cannabis. So all the recipes contain pot, and they have people who eat the food. The judges eat the food,
right?
And they're all stoned by the end of the episode.
Well, sure, especially if they have more than one.
So, so the person in the household who likes that masked singer, my tongue gets really thick when I drink.
That's what she said.
I know. Anyway, he likes that show too, more than I do. I don't dislike it. It's just that I wouldn't go out of my way.
Yeah. So, a side note, Stalker update.
Yeah.
Did you know that Josh Thomas got a new puppy?
No. What kind?
It's a tiny little white fluffer thing.
See, I knew it was some tiny little gay fucking thing that. Why do people?
Well, it may grow bigger. I don't know. It's a puppy, so it's a tiny little white puff now.
Well, then I'll hold my judgment.
Yeah, until tomorrow, because I'm sure it's one of those.
Every time I see some, no, that's really adorable, actually.
Oh, all of a sudden you changed your mind.
No, I think it looks like one of those.
It's a little white puffy thing.
Hypoallergenic dogs.
I don't know if he actually says what it is. It's a little white fluffy thing. Anyway, there we go.
That's cute.
Right?
But every puppy is cute.
Apparently, John doesn't like him.
Who's John?
That one's John? Oh. From the TV show? His
that's
dog?
right.
John? Jesus Christ, that's what I'd say to you. I had to let him know it was because John's a cat person. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, that was my stalker update.
Oh, well,
Just thought I'd let you know.
you have a cat scratch.
You do realize what my job is, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's how I knew it was a cat scratch and not a, like...
I cut myself. I'm a cutter.
A jackrabbit
I have enough scars on my wrist that if people don't know me, they would assume that I was like a cutter.
You do look like a cutter.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you.
You need a cocktail.
I know. I've been sipping on ice for the past 20 fucking minutes.
Do you want to just lead the conversation while I mix, or do you want to take a break?
Can I ever lead a conversation? We are so close to being at a full episode.
No way.
Yeah,
and
we
haven't talked about anything yet.
I think those are the best ones. I think it's the best ones when we just go crazy.
We freeform it.
And yeah.
I know, because every time we come up with the topic, it just seems strained, doesn't it?
It tanks, yeah. No, we just
need to
we need to, you're welcome. We need to write down like what happens through us, weird things that happen to us. Oh, I've got one. Speaking of, sorry. Can you tell I'm 2 glasses in at this point, and I have not been drinking? Because who drinks alone in quarantine? That just seems like such a lonely, pathetic.
So this is one of those times where I wish we were had video podcasting, because you slammed your first cocktail. So
I kind of did. But we weren't recording at that point because you were done.
It took you 20 minutes to take 2 sips. Yes. And then when you realized I was mixing a new cocktail, you chugged the fuck out of that bitch.
I didn't know what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh. It was like, you are going to be under the table. And now, your second cocktail, you have surpassed me. You finished that one. Carrie got her jackrabbit in the mail.
That's not me. And it squeaks. Have you ever had a vibrator?
No, I think
they don't squeak.
I think it just adds to the nuance.
Oh, okay. No, but recently I actually did take a lift into work. And the driver, as soon as they see where they're going, a cat hospital, they normally have some kind of stupid question.
Sure.
Like, oh, you like cats? I can't even tell you how many times people have said that to me.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh.
Every once in a while, I just say no. It's what they do. I've done that.
They put me in charge of euthanasia.
I go, oh, my God, you fucking idiot. But no, this person specifically says, oh, so cat only. Why? So I explain, why cat only is, pretty good for cats.
Right.
Oh. So if someone brought a cougar in, would you see it? A fucking Uber driver. I am stuck in a car with this person, and this is the train of our conversation.
God, it's only a 15-minute trip.
So if someone brought a cougar in, would you see it? I was like, I would like to see someone bring a cougar in, because you can't. No, there's no there.
Well, that's where I was going. How are they bringing it in? I mean,
what about a bobcat? Shit, you not.
Oh,
this is the conversation that I had in my Uber. I'm like, and it's like, well, actually, in Oregon,
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, in Oregon, there's a lot of legalities about what you can and cannot have. Period. So there's not a lot of bobcats and cougars out there.
So you actually let was it he, she?
He.
You let him out of this conversation unscathed.
What was I gonna do? Scratch him?
No, you should have told him how stupid he was.
I still had to get to work.
He was servicing you.
No, he wasn't.
Well, it's not in that way. But he was at your service.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, let me see how else I can phrase this. You were
in his car.
In his car.
Stuck.
And yeah.
And I had to get to work.
Yeah. So he was working for a tip, however.
He didn't get one. Like, what
I
do you
wouldn't
think?
have either. I don't
Oh my gosh.
tip stupid people.
I love the ones that say, Carrie, yeah, get in. And that's the last I hear from him until I'm at my house and they say,
what I want.
Thanks.
And you know what?
Too.
So
have a good night.
I'm not kidding. This has happened 100% of the time. Anytime that Mark and Israel and I have taken a lift anywhere, typically to the airport if it's all of us.
Right.
Those two run for the back seat, and so I'm in the front seat. Because
that is so intentional.
They know
that is so intentional.
that if a conversation is going to be struck up,
you're going to strike it down.
I'm going to be the one who first engages, and then second, if it's a stupid conversation, we'll shut that bitch down right away because I won't tolerate stupid conversations. I don't have time for idle chit chat.
Oh
don't
my God.
ask me about where am I going. Don't ask me those personal questions. It doesn't matter where I'm going. Just take me to the fucking airport.
Hey dog, can you keep it down over there? We're trying to record.
Can you take that to a different room?
He's got a toy in his mouth while he throws around the Kong.
It's a tiger, yes.
No, he's got the Kong too. He's got one in his mouth and he's batting the other one around.
Typically needs 2 or 3 toys in his mouth all at once. Typical lab. They have these big jowls to hold like multiple birds.
Takes after his daddy.
I like a couple Kongs in my mouth at once.
That's why you have those jowls. It's all making a connection. Oh my God.
I just embarrassed myself.
God bless the day we can actually have our cryogenic friend over.
I know.
Yeah. I hope she's doing okay. I should check in with her.
I know, right?
So if she's still in business, yeah.
Well, nobody right now is still in business.
Well, no, right.
I mean,
I need a goddamn massage so bad.
I'm hoping I survive. Again in the beginning, I thought, go back and listen to the podcast. I believe I say on there, I'm going to be fine. This is going to hurt a lot of people. But I'm going to be fine.
We got this.
I'm not so sure I'm going to be fine. Having gotten to what are we, about 35 minutes in or so?
Yep.
Still don't know if we spoke about anything.
Well, we talked about... But
it doesn't matter.
I lost my wallet.
Yeah, good for you.
Puffmates, GoPuffs, whatever the hell that one is, has vibrators.
Yep.
If you need one in a hurry.
We talked about our origins.
In a pinch.
Yep. We talked about what we're watching on TV during quarantine.
We gave them so much this podcast.
I think they owe us.
You better be sharing this.
Yeah, so share it. I'm about 29 sips in.
Yeah.
We're gonna rename. Yeah, there. We're going to rename this podcast.
Oh my gosh. What the hell? I'm just kidding.
That would be a good name podcast. What the hell?
I'm sure there's one out there.
Podcast.
I'm sure it's out there. We don't even have a theme or a purpose for this one, and you already want to start another?
I do, because I think we should get a do-over.
Hey, this one's amazing.
It is, and we have a lot of followers.
And we do. All over the freaking country.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so guys, please follow us, share us, like us, yada yada huda. We are, knock on wood, dear God, Patrick's drunk. I'm not even going to tell you what he was just doing.
Well, nothing. Now you have it. Don't leave him at that.
It was better at that. It's better at that, man.
It was nothing lascivious.
Hopefully we could get back into a normal routine and giving you normal contact.
I'd like to give some of you some contact.
Contact is good too. Content as well. But yeah, we're 2 sips in. We'll see you next time. We're more than 2 sips in.
We are. Cheers, sweetie.
Are you gonna ding it or not? Who's doing the dinging here? We're just holding the glasses next to each other.
Come on, come get me. Come get me.
We've been social distancing too long. It's like, I don't want to touch you. Don't touch. Don't do it. You do it.
No, cheers, sweetie.
Oh my God, you touched me. I've got to go wash my hands, guys.